should symbolize as being live. Let's have a look here. Welcome, ladies and gents. We are back right now on the stream. I can see there's a bit of a back noise somewhere. It's a bit of which I'm on about. Right. Options, monitoring is off. Right. So how did I hear myself? Oh, I heard myself on kick. Well, there you go. There you go. Ladies and gents, we are back. We are back now with our stream on about to be on 3 different platforms here. So let's have a look here. There we go. I'm going to announce it as well just in a second that we are live on all of these different platforms, and we shall begin trading. So very excited today. Today is Wednesday, so normally that means it is trend reversals, right? It is trend reversals on a Wednesday, ladies and gents. So as we get going into the trading session today, we're gonna reset. We had a very good day yesterday, which I'm gonna summarize some of the trades that we were done. But in the meantime, what I'm gonna quickly do is I'm going to quickly post a link of my stream, so then everyone can also plug in. We don't want to get anyone to miss out. Welcome. Hope everyone's doing amazing. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Copy. How'd you share? That's the one. That's the link we're after. 1 second, ladies and gents. Apologise. Let me just quickly get this announced. Should have done this earlier. And then also live now on YouTube. And then we are also live on Kick. So now we go to my Kick. Oh. How are we doing? Hope everyone's doing amazing. Apologies for being a little bit quiet. I'm just, to be fair, I should have announced it earlier, but I'm announcing it now.
Morning.
Do you know what? Kick is so weird. My computer just crashed. There we go. Computer just crashed. Couldn't handle it. URL and key. Let's have a look. I think that's what I wanted to do. I'm going to shut off this just for a little bit. Let's have a look here. Trading view hidden for a minute. 1 second, ladies and gents. We're quickly just going to stream, announce all the streams and all the platforms. Once we get the URL, I think that's the correct one, so bear with. Hopefully that's the correct one. Okay, I can put the thing back on now. Yeah, do you know what? We're absolutely handling it well as well, ladies and gents, because the crazy thing is, like, I'm literally new to all these platforms pretty much. And yeah, we're going to try dominate all of the platforms now. There's no playing No play, ladies and gents. We're also live on Kick. Let me just see before I send the link out. Let me actually see if this link actually works. So we're gonna. Oh, that link didn't work. Okay, so I'm gonna delete that. How do I get my? Does anyone know how to get my Kick link? Because I got up my URL on there, but for some reason, just not having it, is it? Because surely if I go to my channel, maybe, just need to see the stream firsthand. No volume, there we go. Let's have a look, let's have a look. Oh, surely must be somewhere here. Share, there we go. Copy, that's the one. That's the pickle, brother. Right. So let's have a look here. Yeah. That works as well. Lovely jubbly, ladies and gents. So, that's announced. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Right. Let me just quickly check that we are doing anything proper. Good morning, Bertie Gaming. How are we, brother? Hope you're well. Sorry, let me just get some of this stuff up on my laptop now. So I've got my whole setup. My setup is getting there. It's actually taking some really nice shape. At the moment, there's no trades being put out inside of our group. So right now, we're just currently waiting for the market to give us the juice. So if I then split these screens into two. Oh, no. This way. And then my Kick on that. Bosh! Lovely. So we can see now the chats pretty much. It's a bit weird because there's like a minimal lag between the two streams. I can see now, so I've got like 4 different monitors to stare at. But I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing amazing. Let's see. I think there's a way to get up because I'm using a special platform here to stream on. So I can stream, you know, at the same time in, you know, basically in a couple of different ways. But yeah, I can see the chats now, which is good. Sick. Right. Good morning. How are we? How are we all doing? I'm excited. I'm actually excited. Let me just test out the voice as well, actually. Make sure the mic's working. Quickly make sure that the volume of the stream is alright. Let me know if you're plugged in. Let me know if you obviously when you're plugged in, let me know, ladies and gents, if the voice is correct on the YouTube stream and on Kick. I know TikTok is alright. Yeah, I think it's sounding pretty clear, pretty good. I added some new filters on my mic, so I should be sounding like a radio voice presenter. Yeah, it's sounding good. Perfect. Welcome. Right, so obviously right now we got, I mean, the setup is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gents. I wish I could show you all the setup right now because I have my TikTok here on the right hand side. It's plugged into my computer so the phone's charging. Mouse, keyboard, second mouse to my laptop, which is underneath. Above that, I've got special arms for my monitor. So my monitor's high up. We've got the ring light, which is obviously doing the light there. The camera. I've got a stack of financial books to prop up my phone on the stand here, right next to me, right? So when we trade, we can see what we're doing. Got microphone right under me, and then got to add to the equation. I've got Telegram on my right hand side, so we don't miss any trades, and we've got the charts. So absolute result. So Anyway, ladies and gents, let's begin now on how we do things, right? And anyway, anyone who's on TikTok, ladies and gents, make sure you hit the link in the bio, go to my personal Telegram, and the links are in there for YouTube and Kick as well, okay? So make sure, ladies and gents, you are plugged in, because I can't show charts on TikTok anymore because you constantly get restricted. TikTok is just getting jealous. We're catching too many pips live. We're making too much money for people. And TikTok actually messaged me personally saying, look, mate, you better calm down on how many pips you're catching, because it's too much. That's basically what they said, literally, legit. Anyway, ladies and gents, so we begin with, first is first, news. This week is strangely not a lot of news on the cards. Like, not a lot of red folders, really. So market depends more on, like, you know, Twitter, news and main headlines. So sometimes, again, when you see a massive spike in a direction, you don't necessarily know why it's coming from and where it's coming from. So you gotta make sure that at all times, really, you don't really, you know, risk more than you are willing to lose. And again, that's a big factor when it comes to trading, right? So then next, as we know, we mark up the charts. So the chart's looking a little bit messy right now. Not gonna lie, yesterday, the trade that we took, the last trade we took, went to TP3. We took out the Asia low. I do apologize, chart looks a bit messy. We're gonna clean up in a minute. But, ladies and gents, this Asia low take that happened here, right, was the official move that then went up. Instead of 150 pips, coulda, woulda, shoulda, we could have had 1,150 pips, right? This market went up to the 80, 48, 50, 60, 71 level, sorry. Making no sense there. But what the kind of rule of thumb is here is I do want to get in a habit. This is what I'm trying to work on right now. I want to get in a habit, right, of holding at least one trade as a runner, you know, for that type of, you know, profit. Because even on 0.1, catching 1,000 pips, that's $1,000. You know, that's like 700 quid you can make with a very small lot size. So yeah, that's what we're gonna practice today. Today's Wednesday, to be fair, but I'm not gonna change anything else. So anyone who's been plugging into the sessions and you lot have been seeing how we trade and how we do things, you know that, you know, we literally go in, take our TP1, TP2, and if we have a third trade, let that run to TP3, maybe TP4, in and out. And I've noticed myself, every time I trade and I scout the market, I make consistent profits and consistent money in the markets. That's the main thing here, right? So let's now start from the beginning. So we're going to copy and paste that in, because we're about to get rid of. So goodbye, all the trades that we've done. This is all the record from last week and this week. So we are going to now delete and remove all drawings. It hurts because that's a lot of work spent. But clean charts is a clean heart. So right now, we now are going to do exactly what we do every single session, which is first, go to my sessions indicator, and we mark out Asia low and Asia high, okay, from the market. So we get our horizontal ray. We just put Asia high right there, which is 71. Then we go to Asia low, which is 04. Take off that indicator now, we don't need it. And then all we do is just mark out a H for Asia high, and then Asia low, right? Simple as that, ladies and gents. Simple as that. Okay, so now we know the range, right, where the market might go. The thing is, now we're literally about to hit London session in full swing. And Tokyo sessions just literally ended, pretty much. Let me just double check. London session is about to end. Tokyo session is going to end at 10 a.m. Okay, and London obviously began at 8 a.m. because I'm not accounting for the change in the risk that we have. Sorry, in an hour change. So obviously we changed to summertime. So just checking out something here. Let's go to my actual Trading account right there. So we are lock and loaded. This is what you got to do, ladies and gents. So obviously when we're about to trade, we know that once we start seeing the market, you know, there might be a trade that will come out. You want to be prepared, because the more prepared you are on the market, okay, the quicker you will then take action. Does that make sense? So the thing is, you got to be ready. So that's the first thing we've done. Okay, next thing, we'll go to the 4 hour. 4 hour tells you a whole story. Okay, so what you want to do on a 4 hour charts, ladies and gents, right, is as follows. You will literally go ahead, you will look back at the charts, you get yourself a horizontal line, you can lock that in, and then all you do is put through all the support and all the resistances on the 4 hour charts. But the way you want to do it, you want to count every wick. So to every top of the wick and the top of the bodies, and the bottom of the wicks and bottom of the bodies, and also if any massive fair value gaps as well. So obviously we've got our high here, that's not really accounted for. So like anything that's like, okay, bodies right there, right? We got our one bit there. So there is another one up there. We got a body, a double body there. Okay, right here. Right, go on here. Fair value gap right there in that middle, right, which is pretty much 50% of that 4 hour fair value gap. And again, you don't want to go too crazy, but also don't be shy with putting these lines in. Okay, the reason why is because, trust me, sometimes when you're trading, the craziest thing happens where, you know, the market goes to a certain price point and then it reverses, and then you're thinking to yourself, why is it happening? And it's because it respects some of the 4 hour zones. I mean, you can go literally further down the line and look at some massive wicks that haven't been claimed. I mean, obviously so far everything's been claimed except this massive wick, but that is obviously thousands of pips down to the downside, so we're not going to account for that, because we're going to try to basically do our best to catch that range. And as the market, of course, is just been uptrending now. Okay, we've been uptrending since like 23rd of March, right? So what I'm going to do is, obviously, one, you know, quote unquote buys are more preferable, but we want to also look what's above. What's the reason, if we have any reason for the market to go up? Where is it going to go up to? Where is it going to reverse into? And then what is it going to try to fill in? So right now, as well, what I'm going to do is see this fair value gap on the top. I mean, that's a massive fair value gap, you know, and then we're basically going to do the top, the bottom, get our Fibonacci out, okay, and then we're going to mark out our 50% mark on that Fibonacci, right? And also we're going to change the color of that Fibonacci, of that 50% to blue. So we know that is a 50%, because trust me, the way we trade, sometimes you'll be shocked how many times the market goes up. Like today, we could actually beat Asia high and then go up, right, to that 50%, you know, retracement of the fair value gap. But today is Wednesday also. So what you got to think about, Wednesday normally is market reversals. So if the market go down to the 1 hour chart, and we've been going up since Sunday, normally Wednesday's market reversals, right? Normally, but we don't account for anything, you know, and yeah, we're not going to be doing it. So look, that's what I'm saying on TikTok. You see, that's what I'm saying, ladies and gents. If you can see TikTok right now, have I been doing anything bad today? No, right? And I've just had live visibility restricted. Your live is not eligible for recommendation. It's restricted search results. We have detected suspicious activity that may find out rules and all that bullshit. I think that's a mistake. Like, mate, TikTok can literally suck my farts. Oh man, I'm so glad that we're slowly building up the YouTube. So obviously, ladies and gents, I'm still using TikTok to basically promote you know, my YouTube and my Kick, because I have a lot of individuals. I can just see Joe. Yes, good morning, hope you're well. Make sure, Joe, you get yourself in to either our Kick or our TikTok. Sorry, our Kick or our YouTube. Gotta get used to saying that now. Because I'm live streaming, you can see the charts nice and professionally. Because TikTok is being an absolute gay, and they are basically restricting me just for giving out too much knowledge for free. They don't like, I think, about giving people, you know, trading advice and knowledge. So they actually restrict me all the time. But yeah, try that, bro. If you hit the link in my bio, obviously, you know, I think you're on my Telegram. On there, I posted a link to my YouTube and Kick. So whatever you prefer, click on that, my bro, and then I'll see you obviously on the professional setup. You'll probably like it as well. It looks nice, cleaner, and also you can actually see the chart much better, which is like really good. So you can actually see now what I'm doing, rather than, you know, trying to basically like see it through, you know, the TikTok stream. So yeah, we're winning. We're winning, ladies and gents. We're literally not giving up, because TikTok's done me a favor. Because right now, the way I'm seeing it is like TikTok is just, you know, their agendas and what they stand for really is, I'm not really messing with that. And I think TikTok messes up a lot of people, like young minds people, young minds of young people, should I say. So TikTok, no offense, but it's not you, it's me. But again, ladies and gents, I'm using my TikTok still because I know there's a lot of individuals that don't know that we switch platforms. And yeah, we are literally going ahead and, you know, just building our YouTube, building our Kick, because I think they're much greater platforms with much more opportunity. So yeah, make sure you're in there so, you know, you can see exactly what we're doing. And I think we can actually just on YouTube and on Kick, we can actually just trade. We don't have to honeycomb anything, because, you know, TikTok realistically, like, I got restricted now. For what? You know, that's the thing. Like, literally said nothing wrong. I didn't even swear. I wasn't mean to anyone. No one was mean to me. And I still got restricted. And if I'm trying to build my brand, trying to build myself on a platform that constantly restricts you for bullshit things, then I'm like, you know, it's too much control. That's like having a boss. And I quit my job for a reason. It's not to have a boss. You know? So anyway, that's my rants done over with TikTok. But here we are on YouTube and on Kick. So yeah, we're just going to wait now for the trade to come out. And I'm so excited. Right now, what I'm drinking, ladies and gents, I'm drinking the most filtered water you can imagine, right? I literally just got so excited, like a little kid yesterday. I came in, right? I ordered a machine that filtrates your system, your water, like 6-7 times, and then puts minerals in it as well. And I already have a filter. I don't know if anyone's in the UK, but you know, everyone knows Bear Grylls, right? So I've got that filter, the Water 2 filter, which removes fluoride, metals, plastics, and loads of different like shit chemicals, basically, right? So all excited about that. But then I figured out, when I've done the water test on it, like 400 is like not drinkable water. Ideal water, like I think I can't remember the exact term of the measurement of the water, but basically 0 to 100 is ideal drinking water. And I tested it. I was like, I'm drinking tap water, 350. I'm thinking the amount of pips we catch, I got to be on it. My mind has to be sharp. So then I decided to buy a filtration system that now I have tap water that's filtered, that's into this, you know, this machine. And honestly, ladies and gents, it is like the best water I've ever had. It's weird. And you can tell I'm starting to get of age and start to get old, because I'm actually so excited about having filtered water. What? Yeah. It's called water drip. I think it's water drip. What was it called? WD2. I'm trying to get up now. Oh yeah, sorry. It's water drop, ladies and gents. So water drop. And I know we're going off topic. This is trading, but whilst wait for the market, we might as well waffle about health. So this is the system I just got, ladies and gents. Right, spent about 460 quid. So I got the top of the range water drop WD A2G, right? Which not only I wake up, I have instant hot water. With a press a button, I have instant cold water from this machine, right? And then I can have room temperature water, and I can also save like how much of water I want, what temperatures. And this little bad boy has 6 different filtration systems, and it adds mineral to your water. So I'm so gassed. Oh yeah, Sammy. So yeah, me and you have the same one. So I bought that water to Bear Grylls as well, because obviously I'm a big believer in having filtered water. Because I do believe that we're going to get really deep here, ladies and gents. But when they gave tap water to rats, the amount of fluoride that's in there, they've noticed the rats have actually started becoming very feminine, to the point where they're, you know, something in their like genes and the DNA started to change over a period of time. So that means then, if us men, ladies and gents, well, especially gents, if you're drinking tap water, you're becoming a female more by the day. As silly as that sounds, do your research, honestly. So right now, we've got this basically two times more filtered water than anything else. And now, instead of getting 350 on my score out of 500, which is 400 is not drinkable water, I basically went ahead and tested it, and this now came back as 34 out of 500. So I've literally got ideal drinking water here. So I'm really excited. And this is the one that I've got, this water drop WD. But to be fair, there's cheaper ones. There's a cheaper alternative. There's like 5 different ranges of them filtration systems, and the cheapest one's like only about 240 quid. And it pretty much does just filters the water for you. But I paid a bit extra to have obviously the instant hot, the instant cold, room temperature, and you got a nice little jug with it. So that constantly refills it for you. And then if you want to have dinner and you want to have a jug of freshly filtered water, you just whack it in. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much about the filtration system. So I feel really good. Again, we're gonna see, because apparently a lot of like head cloud that you get, a lot of like, you know, issues you get, so especially apparently a lot of things to do like kidney stones are to do with tap water that you drink as well. So again, you know, I'm on this phase now. I'm trying to get the healthiest I can. So all I've been eating is whole foods. I don't really eat, you know, ready-made meals anymore. Everything's whole food. Like I literally go to the butchers and I literally buy like 50 kilos of meat at a time. So yeah, but anyway, that's nothing about trading, but health is wealth. So you gotta, you know, be an all-rounder. But ladies and gents, the one out on my TikTok right now, make sure you click the link in my bio. On there, you will have open in browser, and on my personal Telegram, I've got my two links. My two links on Kick. Yes, brother. Man like Joe, I see you on Kick. Well done, man. Well done. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing now, ladies and gents. So I'm going to basically be doing, all my streaming. So I'm just using the TikTok right now just to transfer everyone, make everyone aware what we're doing. Because just to summarize, anyone that has missed out the first part of me ranting about TikTok, basically TikTok keeps restricting me because they text me saying, Adrian, you are catching too many pips, and we can't have that, So anyway, ladies and gents, we've just received a signal, so which is a sell, which is again not bad. To be fair, it might be a trend reversal today, so like I said, it is a 50-50 today, if I must say. So we've just entered one here, and the thing is, ladies and gents, whoever's on Kick right now and on YouTube, you can see how clean the screen's looking now and how better everything looks. Don't you agree, ladies and gents? Who agrees? So we entered at 11. Our SL is going to be around 20. Okay. And then our TP, for now, we're going to have it around 84. Only reason why is because there's a nice fair value gap on the 1 hour chart. So now obviously that's our prolonged little target. Obviously it's been very choppy, as you can see here, going on 5 minute. I mean, the 5 minute looks like a 1 minute chart, ladies and gents, doesn't it? So yeah, 20 TP1 obviously is 08.5, SL is 20.5. So we now waiting for the zone to get fully filled in. Obviously, if the market then moves up, 20 pips apart, that's what we'll try to stick to. 20 pips apart is what we try and do with the trades. So our target is 783. It's way down there, which is around 284. I'm going to put as my TP. Again, that is just a TP that obviously we're going to aim at long term, only because there's a massive fair value gap on the 1 hour chart. But at the same time, again, we're going to monitor the market. And again, soon as the market moves up, because at the moment we're just playing about quite aggressively on consolidation mode. So as you can see, let me look at this. This has just been doing nothing but consolidating. And we came to create Asia low. We have just basically taken out Asia low. So it's quite interesting to see what happens, really, because the thing is here is we're either going to attempt to penetrate Asia low and keep moving down, so obviously have some kind of a retracement, or if the market wants to be bullish, we're going to do exactly what we did yesterday, and we're going to basically now go up to Asia high and beat that Asia high. And Asia high is quite it's quite some distance. From where we are now, the price now to that is basically 600 pips, ladies and gents. So yeah, some go in that. So we are bouncing now. So as soon as it gets about 13, it literally just hit 13. I was about to enter one more trade. Of course, we want to layer through the zone. So that's it, 13. So we're going to layer one more trade right here, as per usual. Just double check I'm on the right accounts. Yep. Confusing because I've got one master account that obviously copies server accounts, and I've done it one time, ladies and gents. That's why you got to be, shit hot on everything when you do things. Because I remember one time I pretty much went ahead and I had an amazing day trading. Really good trading day for me. Probably about a month ago now, month and a half maybe. And I was on the wrong account. And that wrong account, like, I made a lot of money on, but because I have another 2 accounts that you know, normally it copies like for me, I missed out. So I only made 1 lot of trades and profits on 1 account, and 2 accounts didn't trade. And then I noticed, I was like, shit, I'm on the wrong account here. So yeah, that kind of pissed me off, because don't get me wrong, I still made good money, but it's like the piss take of, like, you get pissed off that you made a mistake. And such a rookie mistake at that, because I normally check always in the morning that I'm on the right account. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Right now, both entries are in profit. Again, our better entry was at that 13 level. Funny enough, as we can see, that pretty much perfectly came to a 4-hour point of interest zone, as we call it. Okay. Point of interest zone. And look how perfect that came to and reacted from that. You know. And even down here, look, also reacted off that. So that has been playing about. But again, you know, we're going to basically, you know, just take it as it comes. No emotions. Just let the trade ride out and just let it do its thing. Yes, it's definitely much cleaner, Joe. 100%, my bro. When I think about it, I'm actually so happy that I've done this decision, because, like I say, TikTok was great, and I mean was, talking in past tense, because TikTok has changed now. I don't know why. You know, TikTok has just gone very, like, how should I say it without being mean? You know, trying to rephrase myself like here, so you know, so I'm polite and I'm nice. Long story short, TikTok is that the friend you used to hang around with all the time, and just out of nowhere, they're just snaky behind your back, and you hear it from someone else, and you're thinking, okay, yes, woke. Woke is pretty much, and again, the term woke is actually kind of misinformed, really. But yeah, the woke community, definitely, like what they stand for, that's pretty much what TikTok has done. But that's why we're on YouTube and on Kick. I know Kick has no filter. I know obviously YouTube is a bit more filtered. But yeah, we will see. We'll see how it all goes. So yeah, so far we are about 20 pips away from TP1 on this trade, and I like it. The actual chart is looking super clean. Obviously, let's get off the 1 minute, shall we? Let's stick on a 1 minute chart here. Wait for the market to do what the market needs to do. Again, right now we anticipate basically for this, you know, to just basically absolutely penetrate the Asia low, you know. So TP1's just been hit, ladies and gents. TP1's just been hit, and then straight away after that, it would just wait up to my entry. We know there's a bit of volume now dropping to the downside, so yeah, we're gonna just wait for it to basically do its thing. I need to make sure as well, description wise. Let's have a look here. How do I add description? Edit video, about, no. So try to said to reduce the risk, so we will. So now obviously from going from 100 pips stop loss, actually our stop loss was actually 88 pips, so we're going to reduce that pretty much almost in half. So we're going to now risk 47 pips on our first entry, and then reducing the risk to 4816.44. And the second trade is 35 pip risk. Okay, so we're just holding the trades out. Again, our TP again is that Asia low again, because we're in a sell now, so we might as well anticipate for the market to basically go all the way down and penetrate through that Asia low. If it doesn't happen, then we know obviously the market has a different idea. So we gotta make sure that we are doing everything correctly. Just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to hook up my YouTube description, and I don't quite know how to add a description, just so we edit video. So we can edit and add description. Oh yes, we can. Look at that, lovely. So we're back now from basically TP1 back to entry points. Right now the market's reversed a little bit for us, but it doesn't matter. You gotta hold to your guns. Again, we reduced the risk of the trade, so even now our risk to reward is so much better, because my TP for one trade is 48.05, and my other one 47.84. So that is a bit of a prolonged one, but again, we just want to see an impulsive move to the downside. Let me actually reduce this risk here as well, because we are now risking 4816.4. And normally by the first trade, you know, we will be able to, you know, go ahead and determine what kind of a day we've got today. Because sometimes when you're trading, you know, the market, the way it moves, sometimes it moves, you know, in such, you know, waves that it's just best to go to for your TV1, TV2, you know, most of the time. Not gonna lie, this is looking like it wants to reverse and it wants to go up higher. So we are about 30 pips away from stop loss right now currently, which is, again, I could have taken out the trade at TP1, but it moved so quick to TP1 and then reversed. There was not much time for me to even react to that whatsoever. So hence why we just took it a little bit easier, and then we're gonna see. Stick to your guns, you know. Again, patience pays a lot in this game. So right now we came to the 48.14 level, and then it now came back down to 48.10, which now both entries are in profit once again. So let's have a look. My VIP. Apologies, ladies and gents. So yeah, letting this market do its thing. So right now we're 09, back at TP1. So again, importance of sticking to the plan and the rules. So yeah, we're literally in pretty decent profit actually. I just stopped looking at. Sometimes I look at the profits and I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. Oh, there we go. That's almost hit it. I'm gonna close that one there. We kind of, again, bit of a piss take really, because we missed out on an extra 20 pips. Fuck it. It's nothing too major. But ladies and gents, we just took out the first trade here. So we already made from that market, we made 45 pips so far. So far 45 pips. So now, again, we're going to make this totally risk-free. And what I mean by that is the profit I've just made is pretty much the profit I'm risking. So I'm going to reduce my risk a little bit more. So even if this goes against me now, I've still made a little bit. So right now, I mean, I'm basically risk-free and basically 10 pips up regardless now, because I reduced my risk a little bit more. So we're basically now... we reduced the risk by 10 pips, which again, it accounts and it really actually makes a big difference sometimes. So right now it's 15.5 is our risk, 15.5. Okay, so we're now literally risking 39 pips, basically 37, 38 to be exact. So yeah, so it's good. I really like the fact, you know. How are we feeling, everyone? Everyone take this trade with us? Let me know, gents and ladies. Sorry, I've got like a little bit of I don't know if I'm getting hay fever, but ever since yesterday, I had a bit of a runny nose, and I never used to get hay fever, but we'll see. Perfect. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm literally just filling out the description on YouTube. Because I noticed there was no description on there. Trade is still active, ladies and gents. Right now, we've just basically retraced from the my entry. So obviously, we went down to my personal TP1, which is 45 pips. That was a TP1. So far, I think so far this week, I think we've won every single trade on this account. Let's have a look. Custom. Let's go from Sunday so we know exactly till today. We have. Yeah. Fucking good tonight. Absolutely good. Look at this, ladies and gents. Literally every single trade we've done blue this week. Sick. Love it. So now we're starting to dip. We can see there's a lot of attempts now on that Asia low. Right, that Asia low is like, look, mate, you better just take me out and keep dropping, and that's, yeah, rightly so. That's in our favor. Why not? You know what I mean? Anyone trading as well, ladies and gents? Let me know. Let me know. I see Joe took that one, 2 entries. Lovely, 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 lovely. Well done, bro. That's what I mean. Imagine just trading with us like this every single day, right? With no restrictions, no bullshit. Yeah, sick, isn't it? Like, title, Adrian'sTrades, live, gold, education. Okay, okay, right. So hopefully that's changed now. Yeah, with gold, we're still attempting. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 attempts almost now, trying to penetrate that, you know, that low, that Asia low. So Asia low is right here. So Asia low is literally 04.22. My lucky number, 22. And yeah, it's funny. That's kind of funny, really. Again, I'm on a 1-minute chart on my phone, so I can see it clearly exactly what it's doing here. Again, still sticking to my guns. We've literally got a 38 pip stop loss right now. So it's not even worth it for us to try to break even or anything like that. So we're literally straight on it. You know, there's no point of trying to sugarcoat anything, right? So we're doing it. We're doing it really well today. This week's been great, actually. Overall, it's been great. Been great for sure. Let's have a look. You know what? I need to make myself a thumbnail as well for YouTube now, because I'm a YouTuber now. So you know what I'm saying. Okay, we're not going to use a thumbnail then. Okay, sick. So is this going to now give me what this is going to do? Yes. So still in the trade, ladies and gents. Let me know if anyone else has taken the trade with us. Obviously, we're currently running in 20 pip profit. We already took 45 pips from that initial drop. And again, you can see how choppy the market is because, again, like statically, normally, you know, you have basically, long story short, on Wednesdays is market reversals, generally speaking. Doesn't always happen, but generally on Wednesdays is market reversals. So if the market's been going up Monday, Tuesday, quite likely on a Wednesday, you're going to get the retracements of all the imbalances that have been created, you know, above, basically. So it all depends, really. It all depends if now Asia low is going to get taken out. Because if it is, there is a likelihood, you know. So yeah. Nice on Bertie Gaming. Nice one for that. Joining the gold standard group is the best thing I ever did. Love that, bro. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the kind words. Trust me, it has changed my life being in this group. It's been literally bang on a year. April last year, ladies and gents. I was a full-time carpenter. I was working, grafting my arse off on price. You know, chasing that dollar every single time, every single day. And literally joined this group. And it took me 92 days to make a decision. Again, I kind of rushed the decision. Took a leap of faith. But hey ho, took a risk, worked out. And it worked out really well. I remember because I had a worse month, July, than I did in June. June was like a really good month. It was like almost like a, you know, record month for me, like with my work and with the trading side of things. I was quite amazed. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then I was meant to move, you know, basically houses, you know, moving with the missus at you know, end of July. And I said to myself, oh, am I going to look for work down there, like where she lives, or am I just going to take a leap of faith and do this full time? And that month, I just come back with it. We had our first retreat on like July the 20th or something. And I come back just being surrounded by really successful people, you know, sick traders, sick business owners, and everything else. And I was like, do you know what? I was like, F it. I'm going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to now go all in. And I actually made 50% of what I made in June. And I was like, shit, like if I make this a month, I'm not going to be able to sustain myself because my bills are about to go up, you know, because obviously living in a little bit more expensive house and the mortgage is a little bit more and the bills are a little bit more. And obviously, you know, I knew I had to renovate my house. And ladies and gents, it worked out. I took it a leap of faith, moved locations, moved in with the missus. You know, funny enough, I literally live like over one of my windows of my house. I can see a site. And every morning I look out there and I can see what's happening. And honestly, just before I look at it, I can see what's happening. I can see, you know, like the bricklayers are doing the, you know, the plate lift, like literally just bedding on plates ready for the roof. And this is, I can see the scaffolders and then doing like the first lift for the joists. And I'm just thinking like, Ross, like I used to do that day in, day out. And you used to, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy, honestly. I'm gobsmacked that it's been a year now since I've begun this journey. But I've been in the market since 2018. You know, end of not 18, so I'll count it as 2019. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I've literally been in like 7-8 years now in trading, and I haven't taken the breakthrough up until I started working with the right people, right environment, the right results, the right trader behind the game, and now I'm a professional copycat because I don't really even consider myself a trader, like I always say, because I'm thinking again. When I always explain this, I always say, I think you have to earn it to be a trader. It's like being a boxer or a Thai boxer, for example, right? You can't go out there and saying you're a boxer or you're a Thai boxer or you're a fighter if you just go and train and you spar people. That's what I did. Like I done Thai boxing for years, and I sparred all the fighters and all this. But have I ever considered myself a fighter? No, I haven't had a single fight, a professional fight or amateur fights. I didn't have them. Yeah, I've done, interclubs and stuff, but still, it's just sparring, really. So yeah, you have to, earn the right to call yourself a trader. I'm a professional copycat, and I love doing it. I love copying someone who's a professional and who is good in their field. So for me, it's just about copying them. Because, like, for example, yesterday, ladies and gents, we've had 7 trades sent out, 5 wins, 1 stop loss, 1 break even, 720 pips in a single day. Okay. And again, sometimes, it sounds too good to be true, but also, remember, imagine you just caught 10% of that. And let's say you just done 1 trade, 72 pips that is done, right? And sometimes you just have to really simplify what you're doing, because that's all you have to do. All you have to do sometimes is catch that 1 trade of 70 pips, 100 pips. And if you do it, let's say, eventually on a 1 standard lot, you're talking $700, $1,000, right? So you're talking, 400 to 700 pounds per day, right? And that's all you have to do. Yes, you're going to counter losses along the way, but it's how you deal with your losses. Like, for example, I'm going to give you a in on something. Yesterday, obviously, we're also trying out this individual who's basically trading on behalf of individuals. So we're trying it out, and Monday, Tuesday, the guy's done 60% profit for me, hands free. Right? I'm thinking, okay, it's going great, sick. But then guess what? He took kept on selling the market yesterday, all throughout this zone right here, ladies and gents. He took 25 sales along the way and closed them all out. So my profit, which was 60%, now I'm down about 95% of that account, right? But I'm just thinking, what was his mindset? Because he's good. Like he's good at what he does. Like right now, if I check the accounts, how much is he up from now? So he's taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades, all wins this morning, right? And again, I'm not sharing this just to show off, but I'm sharing this just to summarize and let you know that every trader has their day. I believe he lost a lot of money yesterday, not only for himself, but for all of us, people that trying him out, right? And I mean, like, I lost yesterday in 1 day, when most people don't even make in a month. And that's, and the shittest thing about it is obviously not my doing, like it's someone else's knowledge, someone else's experience. But because his track record is pretty decent overall, but he had that 1 day yesterday he got caught, and he got caught in that reversal. So that reversal that we're seeing now, he was anticipating, because he has so many trades layered for all of these zones. It literally just had to go to literally here, but he closed out the trades, around just before market close. So it was literally just around here. He just closed off all the trades. And he did, because look at that. That would have blown my whole account yesterday on that one particular account that I had. Yeah. But what he was anticipating, because he has so many trades, this trade literally would have had to go now to 0.3 and will probably ended up in profit. But because the psychology went away from him, as soon as he probably saw this sort of area, you should have really exited out all trades, out all the sell positions, and just waited for the next one to appear. He didn't do that. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. By the way, still waiting for this trade. Again, we are having such a high volume of consolidation right now on the markets. It's crazy. If I go into 1 minute, look at this, ladies and gents. What we're going to do right now, we're going to draw a box. Every time this happens, we draw a box. And the box is as follows. You look at as many touches on support and resistances, right? And you create this box. This box now, if we look on a 5 minute chart, this, realistically speaking, should have been the reversal, but strangely enough, it wasn't. Right now, as well, for all the people that trade, you know, like the market patterns, you can see the descending wedge formation right now. Okay, as you can see, right, which does normally indicate a bullish momentum. Actually, wait 1 second. I forgot on my journal. On my journal, ladies and gents, I have the patterns on the actual one there. So let's have a look what this pattern means. I'm not gonna lie, all these patterns are symbolizing a bullish breakout. Actually, wait, these are bullish ones. My bad. I've literally just been looking at bullish patterns. But you can see that this has been, like, if I want to go really, this is an expanding triangle. Realistically speaking, if I look at that, it's similar to this pattern, isn't it? Everyone that's watching. So we could see a reversal to the upside, but guess what? We don't care, because realistically speaking, we've done everything correct with this trade. This trade now, even if it takes me out at 39 pips, I've actually already earned 48 pips from this trade, 49 pips. So I'm 10, 11 pips up, regardless if it takes me out or if it stays me in. That's why I didn't rush to put the trade at you know, like break even, because I would have been out right now of this trade, like straight up. So that's why I didn't want to take out the trade, because I'm trying to give it as much room to breathe as possible, because if this ain't a breakout to the bullish momentum, I definitely still want to be in to catch the downwards momentum. You know, because right now you can see, look how much consolidation we've had since 8 a.m. London session has been consolidating like hell today. You know, but again, we've got to adjust to it. Hence why we're still holding this trade. Right now, we're kind of going in and out profit, in and out profit. Right now, we're literally like 10 pips in profit. So yeah, we wait. Let me know as well, ladies and gents, in the comment section, who is going ahead and trading still. Who's in this trade with us? Because yeah, this trade is taking a little bit of time to manifest. That's for sure. Yeah, we're still waiting, ladies and gents. Last one, Joe, still in with us for this trade. Like I said, obviously, if you can, of course, reduce your risk. You don't, you know, have to straight away and go for, you know, your risk to be at break even, because obviously right now, if I was at break even, this would have, of course, took me out already. But now I've chosen to, still keep my risk at 37 pips, and my TP for this trade is 270 pips. Right? Don't get me wrong. Like, it's only if a very impulsive move happens to the downside, it will hit my TP because it's a bit further down the line. But the main thing here really is the fact that, we're anticipating the break of Asia low, right? We're looking for that Asia low to happen right now because, again, we just know, That's crazy. Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, Robert De Niro is prime example that our ears grow 0.22 millimeters per year. That's savage, isn't it? So that means every 10 years, your ears will grow 2.2 millimeters. Shit. Hopefully I don't live 100 years, because that means my ears will be bigger by literally 2 centimeters. Yeah, no, thank you. Joe said that his SL is 48.14. So yeah, pretty much close to me. I'm a little bit higher. I'm literally 48.15.54. Also, remember, Joe, never put your stop loss at round or even numbers. When I always put my SL, I always I would have put it at 48.55, for example. Allowing that extra 5 pips for room of movement. Sometimes when the market spikes, because there's been, something that has been said on, Twitter, Trump has farted, whatever happened, right? The market will then move very aggressively in that direction. Do you see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you basically just take your time and always put, your risk at a random number. Of course, so what I mean by that, you don't just select a random number, but you just go ahead and just put it at a random number of risk factor. Hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes I sit here and I waffle and I'm thinking, shit, am I even making sense to people? So right now the market is starting to reverse a little bit, rightfully so. Like I did say, I still have a feeling this market will reverse, but again, for me, realistically speaking, looking at the market structure, because it's Wednesday, because we've had a massive Asia high and we had a very aggressive, impulsive rejection from that zone, there's like 2 confirmations for me that the market wants to go down, right? But I will say is it does look like it wants to reverse still back up just by looking at the market structure now. So at the moment we're going to just wait. We're going to wait for the next signal to go. Like I say, this trade does look like it's going to reverse us, but it doesn't matter because we're still 10 pips up from this trade regardless. If anything, if this trade does spike us out, because I'm about 10 pips away from stop loss now, then that trade will be the first trade we've lost this week. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. And again, I've got my trading platform right there to my left-hand side. I'm ready to re-enter the trade if the trader says that he sees another trade coming up. We will see. But so far, everything I've said is it's kind of working, to be fair. So I did say we are anticipating a reaction to the upside but I'm hoping I'm wrong. Oh God, this water is so nice. We are very, very close right now. I've just layered one more trade that was very close to my... I'm adding an additional 8 pips to my overall risk. Okay. Only because sometimes by chance the market will literally go to, you know, like your stop loss and reverse or whatever have you. Do you know what I mean? So, but again, I do think I'm going to get spiked out. Very close. Literally 6 pips right now. Let's have a look. I need to charge my laptop actually. 1 second. Let's whack this on charge. How can I put a wire through so it doesn't take anything? 1 second, ladies and gents. I'm just gonna quickly put my laptop on charge. 1 second. There we go. Hopefully I can just put this like this. There we go. Wicked. Perfect. Right. Yeah, sort of we're playing it out the box now. Again, we're looking for a little bit of a breakage here. Very close to my stop loss. It literally 4 pips away. It's probably going to take me out anyway. So, no big deal. Wait for the next one. I've basically created this trade. It just took me out. Risk-free. So, I actually didn't lose anything on that trade whatsoever. Because my first trade got me 48 pips. And then my second trade was a 38 pip stop loss. And then obviously, as the time went on, I had just one more trade very high up at that, of course, at that 8 pip stop loss. So first trade was a break even. So not a bad start, to be fair. I mean, look, I'll take a break even any day of the week rather than a loss. So right now, like I said, it didn't look for me like the market wanted to reverse. But we're going to wait because I still think there is going to be an attempt for the Asia low to be taken out, ladies and gents, right? Also, make sure, I can see there's a couple of viewers here on TikTok. Make sure, ladies and gents, you click the link in my bio and you head over to either, I've got 2 links in there because the link is either for my YouTube or my Kick. Okay, ladies and gents. So, either. So make sure you're in there. Lovely. We've got 4 people watching now. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, ladies and gents. Make sure you share it. Helps out a lot. Like I say, it helps out a lot because we're building different platforms now. So we're hoping we're going to go ahead and you know, take advantage of a different platform. So right now, as we can see, first trade was break even. Lovely. Not bad, not bad. But our first break even really off this week. So Monday, Tuesday, profitable, didn't lose a single trade. And today, so far, first trade, we got taken out at break even. What's the bloody... Oh, there we go, text. So we're going to put that on that trade. First trade break even. Lovely. Then we just reduce that. So we don't have any interruptions with this trade. But like I said, we did say that even on the bullish patterns, you know, patterns wise and just the way the market was forming, you know, it was accumulating a lot of sellers because everyone thought, you know, the Asia low will go ahead and, you know, pretty much get beaten. But that wasn't the case in this instance. But to be fair, the way I was looking at the market, it did have pretty much a 50-50 really on on it going down or up. So, you know, we've done everything correctly, theoretically speaking. So we should be happy. Sell zone now, apparently there's another sell zone a little bit higher. That's 16, 20. We're at 16, 17. Gonna enter now. This is from our scalping group. So we're literally looking to quickly just scalp out throughout the zone. Stop loss will be... Let's have a look what stop loss he puts in. Holy shit, that was like... Literally entered the market. I was like, oh, I'm in profit. Oh shit, boom. Massive candle. Went up to 21. But because of that rejection, it's kind of like wanting to... Oh, even the other group said now to sell now as well. Like I said, patience pays, ladies and gents. But we already entered 3 trades into this one. So we're risking pretty much our normal amount right here. Let's see, because normally last Wednesday, ladies and gents, we had a terrible day. But that's only because it was my own doing, really. Group performed pretty well. I think there was 6 trades, 6 wins. But I was holding out every single trade. I was literally in profit. About 150 pips and what have you. I just didn't take out the profit. I don't know why. In my head, I was like, right, we can literally do more pips here. So yeah, it sucks. So we're going to follow our gold standard community. Because both trades just came out. But gold standard, of course, is a little bit slower pace. A little bit more... you know, beginner friendly to individuals. That's why I want to promote this group. So 26.5 is the stop loss. So of course our target, our first TP is going to be around 06 again. Okay, and then our other target is going to be that 67 level, which is another... Well, we've got 3 trades, so 3 TPs here technically. So we got our first TP for our worst trade, because worst trade, ladies and gents, always you want to get out of them as fast as possible, right? So our first target is like the Asia low, so it's going to a little bit higher than that. So I'm going to go 06. Okay, so 06 is going to be our like first kind of target. Also, the 07 actually I'm going to put on. That's 100 pips dead on from our worst entry. So that's pretty good. Second trade. Second trade we're going to put is just this 4-hour line, which is 98. We're going to go at 99. Again, remember, these are zones. So, you know, we want to basically put everything correctly. And our best entry, we're going to ride that baby down to 767. Okay, 767. But again, because of spreads, because of everything else, we're going to put it at 47.70, allowing like 30 pips. So yeah, lovely. So far, good profit, ladies and gents. Good profit. Lovely drop. Lovely drop. TP1 hit. Lovely. Look at that. Come on, gold. Drop for me, baby. Yeah. TP2 hit as well, ladies and gents. Well done, whoever got in. So as soon as it gets to near my TP1 for me, my TP1 is 07. If I'm going to get anywhere near 08 or anything like that, I'm taking it out. Taking it out. So 13 right now. This is how we trade, ladies and gents. You see that? No emotions. Perfect market execution on this trade as well. Look at that. What a beauty. Okay, I'm taking it out at 12. I changed my mind because it's actually pretty decent profit. Right, there we go. We've taken out our worst trade right now. Okay, only why? Because to be fair, I've kind of put a big TP on that. So my first TP was 100 pips, but I just had a PTSD backflash from last week when I was in profit heading out for bigger trades. So again, I wanted to reduce my worst risk because my worst risk, ladies and gents, was 100 pips. You know, my 100 pip SL. Right now, again, I'm gonna we're going to reduce the risk as well, as we always do. Of course, looking on the 5 minutes where our risk is. So we're originally, our worst trade was 75 pips. Second worst trade, should I say. Obviously now we're in good profit. So we're going to reduce that risk because the trade shouldn't really go above 22 level, right? So we're going to put that at 22.2. Okay, 22.2 right here. So now I am risking 45 pips and 37 pips. Okay, so we're risking just under 90 pips, basically. Instead of 200 and God knows how much. Oh. So yeah. Big stretch. We're catching the good pips, ladies and gents. Lovely, look at that. Love to see it. Love to see it. Joe, did you take this trade as well? Please tell me you did, because this was a good trade, man. TP2 is here, obviously, so far. TP3 is 11, TP4 is 08, and TP5 is 04. Our next TP is, again, a bit prolonged, so I don't know if I'm just getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but we're going to take out the second trade anywhere near that Asia low. Because, again, we want to, gain as much with the lowest risk. But also, as I'm looking at the market, I may just take it out, depending on what kind of market structure I see. Right now, we obviously just come back to, you can see here, a 4-hour, point of interest zone. You can see, obviously, that was a solid arse resistant. This could be a break and retest continuation. It does suck if that happens because that's just the most basic, retail concept, which works only about 10% of the time. But it's like one of the biggest beginner things that, people do. So let's just hold to the guns. Let's be patient with the process here, ladies and gents. So yeah, Sam, welcome back. I know you're regular, but just to see the charts, ladies and gents, make sure you go on the YouTube. Make sure you give myself a like on YouTube as well. Anyone watching, really helps out the YouTube a lot. Make sure you subscribe and like and all that good stuff. And also you can follow me and do the same on Kick. Kick, I'm a bit green at. To be fair, I have no idea how to use it. I just somehow figured out how to, like stream on there. But apart from that, I have no idea how to use Kick. No idea whatsoever. But hey, we're not doing too bad. So, as the market now is playing about a little bit, I'm going to take out my second worst entry, ladies and gents, because it's good profit. I don't want to leave that on the table, of course. So, we just took that out. So, we're just leaving one trade in right now. Again, I'm just adapting to the market, okay? And now, to have full control, this is dropping nicely for us. Got one more trade in at 48.18 is my SL. And now, I'm actually going to go ahead, right, and take that break-even point for my SL. So now, I've made money, and I'm literally risking nothing now. Okay, TP3 is just hit, ladies and gents. TP3 is just hit. We're gonna head for that 98 level for that market, so which is about 190 pips. Okay, so we're gonna head for that level. Roughly, but this is a risk-free trade, ladies and gents. Risk-free, lovely. I love to see it when the market goes this way. Love it. So that was a perfect market execution as well, ladies and gents. I mean, that was beautiful. So right now, we're totally risk-free on this trade. Our TP now is just under 200 pips. So right now, TP4 is just hit. Lovely. Are you all out TP2, Joe? You taking it all out? Look at that, ladies and gents. Asia lows just got hit. Okay, lovely. In fact, I'm happy with it. I'm actually just going to take all out now. Bosh. Done. Done and dusted. It's pretty decent profit, not going to lie. But look at that. So I took my trade out a little bit earlier. But only reason why is because I learned one thing from last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, ladies and gents, I would have had all three trades running in, 125 pip profit. And I wouldn't have taken it out. But for me, TP4 hits. And that is 125 pips, right? Or am I tripping? Yes, 125 pips. TP4, 125 pips. Done. Done and dusted. Beautiful. So, just to summarize and just go over what we done, decision making, why did we do what we did, right, is as follows, right? Not every trade we're going to enter is going to be as smooth as this, right? We entered 3 trades in total. First trade, we took out at 50 pip profit. Okay, 50 pip. Second trade, we took out at 60 pip profit. Okay, so just from them 2 trades, we done 110 pips. Then the third trade, I'm staring at it. Okay, and we done literally 110 pips. But from my best entry, basically, when we entered at that 18 level, all the way down to the 05 level. It's amazing, right? It's amazing. And that's the thing, ladies and gents. You gotta be very precise. And don't get me wrong, I could have held all 3 trades and had, triple amount of profit. And even look, my 98 level, ladies and gents, just got penetrated. Look at that. Okay, look, that was my original target for that last trade. Yeah, I could have, and all this stuff. But the most important thing is, I done everything correctly, and I secured my profit here, ladies and gents. Many of us, we don't do this, right? And the thing is with it is the fact that, if you keep doing and taking your trades, and when you keep taking the right things and the right precautions, really, you can't go wrong. But like I said, we had a feeling that we wanted to penetrate that Asia low, and look, it happened on no tomorrow. Bosh. Lovely. Yeah, I mean, could have held all the 3 trades. That would have been now, 250 pips or something. But remember, we have a high win rate of trades. Okay, so if we just wait for the next one now. Simple as that. Simple as that. But yeah, who took it? Yeah, only managed to get 1 entry as I missed the slight retrace. Yeah, no, Joe, you made profit. That's the main thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. You made profit, and that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? But that was a banger of a trade. That was sweet. That was sweet, sweet, sweet. That was really nice. So yeah, we're just waiting for the next one now. Waiting for the next win. We've done what we've done. We absolutely perfect execution on the trade. This trade run to be, our main trade. But you can see how, even on a 1 minute, right, how perfect this trade went to that 98 level, right, which was our 4-hour zone. So now you see the importance of drawing out these levels, ladies and gents. Do you see the importance now? It's crazy, isn't it? Pardon me. But yeah, beautiful trade. Perfect penetration. And yeah, let's see what happens next. Let's see what happens next. Because even now, let's see. Look, we dipped our toes in the pool. We didn't like the temperature, and we're back above Asia high. Asia low now again. And that's pure because, look, so many people were buying. Even then, people are like, oh, it's such a hard, like support level. Oh, let's buy, and then bosh. Like, you know, not many people are gonna have, you know, 110 pip stop loss in gold. You know, that's how the cookie crumbles, isn't it? So yeah, doing alright. Sorry, ladies and gents, I'm just looking over some things. Let me know also any questions. And any of the, we've got 3 different platforms right now, ladies and gents. So make sure if you got any questions, fire away. We're here for the good stuff. Got some good tunes on. Hopefully that doesn't get flagged. Let's have a look. Never know whether to enter 2 positions straight away or wait for a retrace. Good question. No TV screen, Steve-O. I think I'll probably just plugged in. Basically, if you see on the title and the comment when you join, we are streaming now mainly on YouTube and on Kick. So make sure you see yourself plugged in on my personal Telegram. So hit the link in my TikTok, in my bio, and in there I have 2 links, one to my YouTube and one to my TikTok, my Kick Live. So currently, as you can see, we are live right now, live and direct on both channels, right, as it follows, okay? So you'll be able to see it, you'll be able to see it much clearer, you know, much better, as I say. So yeah, make sure you get yourself involved in there and show some love. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, right? Because, yeah, we're building up YouTube now. TikTok doesn't like us making too much money on TikTok, so I'll keep you restricted. Even right now, ladies and gents, I have my restriction. So my restriction right now is basically for, you know, basically not complying by the rules and all that bullshit. And I'm thinking, mate, I'm not doing anything different than I did all these weeks ago. And only this week and last week, I've been getting very, very restricted. So, yeah. But anyway, back to you, Joe. You never know. And again, look, gift is suspended again and restricted. Listen, TikTok, you can literally suck my hairy toes, mate. Like, anyway, not the viewers. I've got 5 viewers, 6 viewers now. I do apologize, ladies and gents. I'm saying this to TikTok, right? Because TikTok has been absolutely, like, yeah. Anyway, also, let's get ourselves into our fireman spirit. Yeah, what a beautiful trade. What a beautiful trade, though. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, Joe, you said you never know whether to enter 2 positions straight away or wait. This is what I did. Okay, let me give you. I've got 2 restrictions right now, and 2 at the same time, mate. Honestly, they're bloody joke, they are. So this trade we took, we took it to TV4, 125 pips done, like over the best trade, but technically, obviously, you know, we have, you can see we have a lot of trades that happened combined. If I obviously done all the trades, actually let's calculate all the trades. So 110, 60, 50. We done about 220 pips really from these trades actually combined, right? So what happened was you saw when I enter a trade, I almost freeze because I literally have my finger ready at my trigger, okay, and then says literally on that market, as soon as I entered, I saw 18, or actually I entered at 17, then at 18, then at almost 19, right? So when I saw that, I literally had my finger ready at the platform to enter sales. Okay? So that's what I did. And that's how you enter multiple positions. Because you have to, you know, don't enter a trade and get distracted. Like, you know, when you trade, make sure you're locked in 110%. Because that's the problem you're going to have where you know, let's say you enter this one trade right now. And this trade done you a TP2. So let's say you took 50 pips from the table, right? Perfect. And the thing is, right, is the fact that, let's say the next signal you receive, you have, let's say you take the 3 trades, right, everything correctly. Let's say that happens to be the one that goes to SL. So your first trade is 100 pip, your second trade is 70 pip, your third trade is 50 pip, stop loss. So 150 plus 70, that's 220, right? So you're risking overall 220 pips. So if you're going to do that 2 or 3 times in a day or week, you're going to quickly make like quite a big loss on your account. So what you want to do in a habit, if you take 2 trades, always take 2 trades and stay in the habit of it. You know what I mean? And even if they're 5-10 pips apart, you take them. Does that make sense? So hopefully that answers your questions, Joe. Sorry, ladies and gents, I've got loads of messages coming through. There's something happening. Nothing bad. It's just normal admin work. So, yeah, let me know, ladies and gents. Is anyone still in this trade with us? We took a bang of a trade. Don't get me wrong. This trade run to be a very big trade. I mean, if he held till like the very bottom, that's literally 250 pips right there. But at the same time, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. We took out profit. First trade was break even. Again, could have taken out both of the positions at a profit. But obviously, first trade we took out at 40 pips. Then our initial, I think it was 48 pips we took. Then our stop loss was 38 pips. And then we added another layer of a trade when it was near stop loss for an additional 8 pip risk. So that could have reversed from us, but hey, sorry if you can hear me burping, but I don't know why. I'm literally burping like an absolute crazy amount right now. Don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Hey, so let's have a look here. So yeah, let me know if anyone's got any questions, ladies and gents. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You know, you gotta get the conversation going and let it run. Waiting for the next trade right now to come to us, you know. So Dale says, following too many groups is your first downfall in this game. So many groups have different strategies. You get caught up on. Absolutely correct. 100% agree, bro. that's what I did in the beginning. That was bad. I wasn't following groups because when I first started trading, like the Telegram groups wasn't really a thing back then. But the main thing is really that I was trying to learn every single strategy under the sun, right? Whether it was, you know, a strategy of retail concepts, whether it was, you know, SMC, you know, smart money concepts, which was basically ICT, right? And, you know, it was like, then there was Power 3, you know, another quite famous and popular strategy. Then there was, you know, the Wyckoff strategy. The Wyckoff strategy was like, it's still, like, to be fair, incredible how it works. But again, for me, it's just, you know, it's too much of knowing, right? But the best thing to do, ladies and gents, is to, you know, you follow one group, one trader. That's what I'm doing everything live, because I do this every day anyway, right? I just sit on my computer and trade. You know, I lock in, I trade. But now I have more of a purpose to sit in one place and trade and actually concentrate on what I'm doing, because, you know, I copy the group myself, right? I very rarely take trades off my own back. Every trade I take, and that's making me good money, ladies and gents, I take them trades from this group that some of you are involved with, right? And that's why it works, because then we kind of trade together, we learn together. And again, for me, it's mastery. Like, I'm still trying to master, you know, being the perfect trader I can be. You know, I have the mastery of my psychology to, like, when honestly, yesterday, I explained something. Basically, I started something on the side. Basically, someone's trading for me because they do account managements or whatever. So I thought, right, let me just take a punt, right? I took the punt, ladies and gents, and this individual has lost a lot of money yesterday for me, right? And, you know, I lost yesterday in one single day what some people don't make a month in Great British pounds, right? So that is also an experience now, because I'm bothered about it. Yeah, I was a little bit bothered, but it took me probably like 4 minutes to get over it, you know. But then it kind of speaks to myself, you know, that if you do it yourself, you can never go wrong, because you can only blame yourself for the decisions that you make inside of the markets, right? So this is my thing with it, really. You know, like, you have to follow someone who's successful, you know, follow someone who's got the results. And then from that, you just literally build on top, you know, a good experience in taking trades, because you know, anticipating where the market is going to go is the hardest part. It is. Like, because your entries, you know, you've got, you know, market structure, you know, order flow, everything, right? But the trader does the heavy lifting for us, really, because he just tells us we got to do the easy part. Not the easy part, the simple part. The hard part is entering the market the same way, staying in the market the same way, and exiting out the market the same way. If you get these three things nailed down, so you enter the market the same way, and you do everything the same way, right? As simple as it sounds. You're going to be able to get a track record for yourself. You're going to be able to then build, you know, a track record where you can track what you're doing, how you enter in the market, what is your decision making, how you feel about it. When you in the trade, you see in profit, what do you do? When you're in the trade and you see drawdown, what do you do? That's why you have to have one of these. If you're struggling trading, get yourself a trading journal, right? It's like £9 on Amazon, right? And this in there has everything that you can literally write down all your goals for the day. Look at news. That's why every morning, ladies and gents, first thing we go on is, you know, Forex Factory. We look for any, you know, impulsive movements of news. Is there any news that's going to move the market today? And as I said here, there isn't any. So the market depends on Twitter and main outlets. You know, main outlets of YouTube. I mean, to be fair, YouTube players get used as well. So, like, let's say now a main news outlet has put out news that Trump has ended the war, for example, right? Then that's going to impact the market, though there's been no news on Forex Factory. So you always got to be aware as well that sometimes a tweet, if Trump tweets and farts, like I always joke about it, that will move the market. Like, I don't know if everyone remembers, about 4 weeks ago, I'd say, Trump has announced something about the war. 15 minutes before, someone put a massive buy trade on. 15 minutes later, Trump tweets, gold spiked up 1,000 pips in 1 minute. And someone took that trade out. Like again, it's just like, it's a game, isn't it? You know? So yeah, totally agree. I try very hard to keep it simple. I think these guys are the best I've found. Nice one, appreciate it. Digital boy, Doughboy, appreciate it, bro. That's it. And I totally agree with that. That's why I do these lives, because, you know, sometimes you just need to hear it from someone else, right? And how to do things, because, like, we make money together, we also lose together. Like, if I lose a trade from the group because the group has lost a trade, more times than not, you're probably in a loss as well. So it's nice to have knowledge that someone's holding your hand throughout the process, you know, throughout what we do here. Does that make sense? You know, and again, I've been in the markets a long time. I've studied a lot of psychology with the markets, about trading, about life. And it all kind of entails into, you know, life. Like, trading represents life. And honestly, every candlestick you see going up and down, it's just human emotion of pressing buttons of buyers and sells. And honestly, it's such a simple game, but it's a very difficult game to master. That's why only a few only really master trading. But with the help of like a group, they receive good signals, right? Good trading ideas. You know, again, past profits never guarantee future results. And sometimes it's very good and very important to actually go ahead and lose in the market, because that's when you learn. Like, I went on a streak. I think I didn't lose a trade in like 2 weeks. Honestly, by the end of that 2 weeks, I was so big-headed with myself. I felt undefeated. I felt like I could not lose. Me? Never, right? And guess what? Then I done something absolutely stupid. I blew my account. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was because I felt undefeated. But then when I actually started to, like, when I lost that trade, afterwards, I had like one of my best days trading, because I just went back into what was working for me. Does that make sense? So yeah, it's good stuff, ladies and gents. Good stuff. Yes, how we doing, Connor? I hope you're well. Make sure, ladies and gents, whoever's on TikTok, move over to our YouTube or Kick right now, because I tell you what, these platforms are looking clean. You can see everything clearly now instead of trying to focus. So yeah, it's good shit. Look at that. So we're streaming now on YouTube and on Kick, live on the markets, and we've got TikTok. So get all the viewers from TikTok onto our platforms. So put a little video out there. How are we doing, everyone? Hope everyone's doing amazing. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that before. But yeah, we're currently just waiting for the next trade to come out. So, yeah. Actually, just waiting right now. We're waiting to see if we can scalp out another trade here. The thing is, I'm actually just looking forward right now to today as well, because we're just in the process of looking for the next trade, seeing what happens. Again, obviously, inside of our communities, we have main two groups, which you know, initially we actually trade both. One, obviously, the gold standard is very beginner friendly. We have obviously slower rate of trades coming through. On average, probably between like 5 to 10 trades, I would say. Sometimes a bit more, sometimes a little bit less, depending on the market conditions. But these generally are very easy to follow, right? You know, you just literally get, you know, sell gold now. You get the kind of like normally about 50 pip range to enter your trades in. Sometimes 40, depending. And then obviously, that's, you know, it's quite easy. Just, you know, normally your first entry is generic between 100 to 80 pip stop loss. And then obviously for the more experienced traders, you want to be in our gold scalping group, because the gold scalping group, a lot of zones throughout there, a hell of a lot of trades. I mean, sometimes they send out like 25 different zones. But also what I'd say is, you know, these are not signals in the gold scalping group. These are zones we trade. So again, that's why I say it's a bit more for experienced traders. Anyone that wants to be, you know, has a bit more experience in the markets and likes to receive a lot of trades throughout the day, you know, you can actually go ahead. Like even there, you can see that we had, you know, a quite powerful trade, which I don't think you can actually see on. Yeah, you can't see that on the screen, but it's fair enough. I mean, I can see it. But yeah, so we're just gonna wait and wait and wait. Yes, we're still patiently waiting, ladies and gents. So yeah, let's have a look. It's crazy now. I have to look at 3 different platforms to see if I got any comments, any questions. So yeah, pretty funny. But yeah, we are slowly building up that YouTube, which is great. We get slowly gaining a little bit more subscribers, because do you know what? YouTube is quite difficult, I believe, in the first couple of like weeks and maybe a month or two to like build up. But I heard that once you get a consistent base on it, it just, you know, you can literally just absolutely fly on there. And that's our goal. You know, we want to gain as many, you know, YouTube followers, subscribers, and likes and all that good stuff, so we can be able to, you know, fully take advantage of building a brand, and also most importantly, teach as many people on how we do things. You know, give people hope as well, because again, there's a lot of people struggling out there. You know, I know a year ago I was struggling to pay bills, man. I mean, I was earning like a decent wage, you could say, you know, on being a carpenter, but it was just never enough. You know, it was never enough. Anything I made was never enough. It was always something to pay for, whether a car service or tires, tools. So sometimes the bonuses you make in work never really accounted for because they just never really was a plus. They were just to cover a bill expense. But now, yeah, life is different. Life is different. Life is great. Life is honestly great. It honestly baffles me, to be fair. Like, it still feels like a dream sometimes. When I actually look back at it, it's been a year now. Yeah, it's crazy. And I've been doing this full time since August the 1st. So how many months is that now? Oh my good old months. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Bloody Nora. Ladies and gents, we've been doing this full time now for 9 months. Damn, my life has changed, man. But it's gone so quick as well. Crazy. So yeah, just wait for the next trade. Next trade is hopefully it's gonna come to us soon, sooner rather than later. Just sorting out a couple of things on my back end here. Finally, we've got some questions. Lovely. Love them. Right. Who was first? I've got 2 different platforms, 2 different questions. Let's start from the left side. Joe said, my goal is to scale down my joinery company and build a small workshop at my house so I can do bits when I feel like it. Go out there. Get out the rat race. Yeah, bro, you're not wrong there, man. I mean, I saw the potential, right, of how far I can go in carpentry, right, when I was on site. And first thing I'd done, I just looked around. I was like, okay, who's financially, secure and free? Who has time freedom? Who has the life that I want to live, right? And out of them 3 questions, I looked around myself. I looked at all the big bosses, all the big, site agents, everyone licks arse off and, everything, right? And I said, not one of them I look at, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm on the right journey because I want to be like you in 5-10 years time. And then that's why I noticed. I thought, hang on a minute, like the journey I'm on is it's not the journey I want to be. Don't get me wrong, some people want to be a carpenter for the rest of their life. By all means, someone's got to do it, right? And if it's your thing, stick to it, absolutely, and then make a business out of it. And do it like you never done before, because then that's where you're gonna make really good money. You probably be able to build a good company out of it, good reputation, right? And just go fully at it, absolutely. But it wasn't for me, After 7 years of being on site, I was like, you know what, this is it. Like I'm done with it, really. So yeah, that's that. So 100%. Bertie asked, can I ask how much you started your journey trading with? No worries if you don't want to answer that question. Absolutely, I'll keep it transparent, bro. So I started with a minimum, which was £300. Is obviously to join our group. It's 300 quid. So I saw the results, and I saw how quickly I can build up my account. So what I started doing is I started to do the right opposite, and I thought I have some experience in trading. I'm absolutely about to kill this, right? So I invested 300 and wanted to make like 30 grand within my first week. So I said, oh, if I just over leverage my account, like I'll just be able to, you know, because the win point is so high. And then I'm doing this whilst being on site, whilst, you know, working. And obviously, because I'm on price work at that time, the more I do throughout my day, the more I can book in. And the more I can get paid, right? So I'm like trying to do a lot of work, then trying to finish my work a little bit earlier, so then I can literally trade between things. And then as time progressed, again, I was trying to do my best to kind of go ahead and look at it in a point of view where I could like hide somewhere and, you know, like trade, you know, basically, essentially. So like every time I, you know, was doing it, and I just said to myself, do you know what? Let me just dedicate time as well. Every time in the evening, I will trade throughout the day, and every evening I will go and study what I've done, why I took certain trades, why I missed out on certain trades. And then, yeah, kind of found my flow, right? Found my flow, and then started trading in a specific way, which was, you know, first trade, that's always your worst trade. So, you know, it's always your highest risk with smallest return. So first trade I always aimed at TP1 or TP2. Majority of the time TP1. 30, 40 pips in and out of the market with that trade. Then second trade, you know, you're about 20 pips apart, 10 pips apart. So that's your second worst trade. And then if you manage to get third trade in, again, that's your third trade that you're entering at the lowest risk of all three with the highest gain. So, and then, yeah, I'd literally do a maximum of 3 trades. But then also, I started to see, you know, that trading is like not an income. Do you know what I mean? Trading is not an income. It's not a wage. It's not a salary. So I was like, why do I need to treat it like that? So I put away the idea that I need to make money every day from trading. You don't need to make money from trading every day. That's where you go wrong. If you do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you actually forced to make money from the markets every single day, you will never make money because you will see it as a wage. As soon as you have a losing day from the markets, you will then see that as, you know, that you've lost, that someone's taken away your actual wage. So yeah, I did say I want to start leaving runners on, and then that would have been a good opportunity to leave a runner on, because look at this trade. This trade is absolutely going bananas to the downside. Apparently, oh shit, did we miss it? Yeah, we missed it a little bit. It was buy zone literally just came out the second that this went up. Literally just missed it. And target's 91, so it literally just went. Yeah, that was quick. So that impulsive movement, trader just said 88 and 85 for the entry. And look at that, the market's already at 92. Already hit target 1 so quickly, wow. Some people might be able to get into that. I didn't, so it is what it is. Wait for the next one. But yeah, no problem. My pleasure. Like I said, I keep it real because there is a lot of BS out there on the internet. You know, when people trade and pretend to someone they're not. Like, I've got nothing to hide, really. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll keep some things private, of course, because I don't want people looking at my pockets. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just keep it as transparent as I can, because that transparency just helps people sometimes as well. I know it helped me in the beginning, because there's a lot of people who, you know, will keep it real. Like for example, my business partner, right? You know, he kept it real, you know, with the money he's making trading and everything else involved. And then for me, I appreciated that, the transparency of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there before when I've seen his account and he's minus 110,000 in a single day, floating drawdown, right? And then he's got one trade. I'll never forget this. This was last October. I'll never forget this. That I was literally looking at his trainer account. He's like, "Do you want to see something?" I was like, "Yeah, what's going on?" And he said, "Watch this." And he's got one trade that's in profit, $95,000. Okay, because he trades in USD currency. And overall, he is $110,000 in drawdown. So that means if he closed that trade down at 95 grand, so he hedged against his own accounts in the wrong way. But yeah, anyway, that was crazy because I went for piss straight after that, and I almost started shaking. I was like, what on earth is going on here? Like, how the hell is that possible? You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it. But, you know, you can't win it all. You can't be perfect. So that's why sometimes it's best to take it as it comes. You know, especially with trading. Because trading is actually exposure of the ego. If you're a greedy person, you will be a full-on gambler, and you'll never be satisfied with what you make in trading. As simple as that. So got a delivery. I thought someone was knocking the door just down, but it's a delivery. How are we feeling, everyone? Everyone out that trades, by the way, because that trade went out. That trade went out to be a bloody massive. Sorry, being a little bit quiet here, ladies and gents. I've just been replying to a couple of people. Waiting for the next trade. Waiting for the next trade to appear. Of course, our patience game is getting better now. So, you know, there's really not a lot to do when we're waiting for the trades. The only thing we can do is just wait for the next trade. Simple as that, really. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what we can do. What's the music out? Got some live streaming. That wrong one. Play from the beginning again. There should be copyright, like no copyright song. So, because my last stream yesterday, I think I got done for copyright because I forget that I have to comply by some rules, which I don't mind whatsoever. So yeah, man. But today I'm hopefully do my trading, do some house cleaning after. Mrs. at work, so do some cleaning, have a nice breakfast, and then we are going to probably go out on the bike. So I literally recently got back into BMXing, which is honestly bizarre, but I'm finding it so fun. And honestly, at the moment, like I do so much shit. Like I play the piano, right? Because we've got a baby grand piano downstairs. My missus wanted, but I tend to play it, right? I like to play games, right? So I play some on my computer, my PS5, and my VR headset. Then I like to go gym, right? So I go gym, smash out my workouts. Now I BMX. Love my cars. Sometimes I go out for a quick drive or, try to race anyone. To be fair, like, I try not to. Race anyone, but yeah, that's quite fun. There's actually races near me. I wanted to go to the track. Right? I'm about an hour away from this track that is having an open day tomorrow. But I don't think my car will bloody pass the decibel limit. Because I've got a straight pipe V8 4 litre. 648 horsepower car, right? I'd love to go on the track with it. But I'm thinking, right, you're going to have someone in there with a bloody Ford Fiesta, which not a bad car. But they're not going to care about it, But I got my cars a daily, so I thought, you know what, let me not risk it. In the future, what we'll just do, we'll just buy a weekend car. So, which I'll be looking at. So, yeah, that's my next goal to have. So yeah. What did you say, Joe? You said absolutely exposed me several times, lost a fair amount of money, so I had to change in our behavior next to be profitable. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Like, honestly, my advice to everyone is, and this is weird advice, but it fucking works, is don't give a fuck about trading. And why do I say that? It's like, when you care about trading, this is the thing that's going to make you financially free and rich. You're putting so much emotional stress on trading itself. Then every decision you make in the markets is going to be, right, is going to be emotional. Right? Every decision, every choice, every trade you will take is going to be emotional. So sooner or later, what you're going to start doing is when you're trading, you're going to be trading with emotions. And when you trade with emotions, you're always going to lose. Because the traders that don't trade with emotions, they're going to beat you every time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very weird reverse psychology you got to do when it comes to trading. Like right now, I'm sitting here and I don't give a F about trading. If that makes sense. Deep down I do, but on the surface level, I don't. I just sit here and I'll wait for the right opportunity to appear. I'll wait for my trader to give us indication on where we're going to enter the market, and that's what I do. It's perfect. It's perfect. Watching TikTok, the one with the arm pumps from all the likes. Bro, you can like me on YouTube. I think on YouTube you can actually click. I think where is it? So you see on where the chat is, you see there's a heart. Bro, you can send me some likes. We appreciate it. You can actually like the stream. You can make sure you subscribe. So yeah, you can get the pump back, bro. No problem. We'll get that back. But I appreciate the love. Thank you very much. But yeah, make sure, ladies and gents, you smash out the like buttons and everything else. Emotions, comments help a lot. Like I say, we're aiming to be you know, one of the biggest streamers when it comes to trading. I know what comes with it. It comes a lot of love, a lot of hate, but I'm here for it all because there is too many people out here, you know, trying to figure it out. So if I can help anyone, then I'm more than happy to help. And that's why we're going to start doing giveaways as well on all these platforms. Like my goal was to hit 5,000 followers on TikTok and do another giveaway. But TikTok now has moved a little bit, you know, a little bit weird against me. So we're now going to do giveaways on YouTube and on Kick, I think. But I'll probably keep it simple. Maybe just keep it to one platform. Or maybe do several different ones on different platforms. So yeah, I think that now my goal is to do a giveaway on YouTube, and once we hit I don't know, maybe 100 subscribers, because I think on YouTube it's a little bit harder, we'll do a giveaway potentially. But I'm going to think about it. I'm going to have a think about it. We're going to have a see what we can work out here, you know. Lovely day. Oh, love it. 11 o'clock now, ladies and gents. We're probably going to stream for another half an hour to an hour, depending how many trades we can get. We're going to go down for breakfast after. And that's it. That'll be us done for trading. We actually don't need to do any more, really. I mean, what's the points? We're already decent profit today. So yeah, we're gonna see. Let's see if we can catch any more. Catch any more trades today. Let me know of any questions, ladies and gents. Thank you for everyone. I see that some new people plugging in, so well done for plugging in. Again, we are just seeing out for the next trade. Literally watching it right now, as we speak, for that next trade to happen. We've been streaming 2 hours already. We're on fire. 2 hours straight. That's what I call dedication, ladies and gents. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. Appreciate it. Also, make sure that if you are on TikTok, ladies and gents, make sure that you are plugging in to our Telegram. On there, you have the link to my YouTube and my Kick, because we're live on Kick and on YouTube, and you can see the chart perfectly and everything else, right? So make sure you're on there, ladies and gents, right? Appreciate the likes, Matty. Love it. So yeah, currently we should be receiving a trade fairly soon. I can see some certain zones loading up right now for us. So yeah, there's a lovely sell-off, to be fair. Wow. You know what, ladies and gents? One of these trades that I have in my community. What an absolute beast. This guy, he's already about 20,000 up today. Right? Honestly, amazing how much this guy trades and how good he is. Imagine this, ladies and gents. Someone came in invested 10 grand, flipped their account to 110,000, right? Withdrew 50k, then back in again and traded. Like, the guy's on fire. Yeah, really inspiring. How some people can be this good. Oh, fucking hell. Getting tired now catching all these pips. Oh, so far we only up 125 pips, but overall, there's actually pretty decent profit, you know, from that. Still no trades at the moment. We're just waiting patiently throughout the process. By the way, who is everyone? What people actually doing right now? Is any of you at work? Are you just chilling right now on your computer as well, staring at the markets? Like I want to know actually what you lot are doing right now. Is everyone just chilling? Let me know, ladies and gents. What is everyone doing right now? One thing I will also say, right, is trading is actually very addictive. Like, some people can't just simply be, you know, out of a trade. Like, they have to be in a trade because it is that hope and anticipation of winning that gets very addictive, and people just can't stop it. So that's another thing, ladies and gents. I would personally, as well, advise is make sure that you know when you're getting addicted to trading, because it is very addictive, because you have endless possibilities. Obviously, you know what you're risking and stuff. So, again, make sure, ladies and gents, that you are, you know, doing a good job of protecting your capital, protecting yourself, and doing everything else, ladies and gents. Right? So, seeing there's some new people plugging in, ladies and gents, so make sure that you are going in, link in the bio, head over to my Telegram, and you will see the link, because we are live on Kick and we are live on YouTube right now as well. So both links are in there, because TikTok has restricted me twice already, and I haven't even said anything bad. They're just hating. They're hating because there's too many pips being caught live on sessions, and I think they don't like that. AKA the woke community bastards. Yeah. So yeah, let's have a little look here. Let's have a look. So the market is starting to actually retrace a little bit of a formation, of a retest. We're gonna see. I mean, if this actually goes up to around that fair value gap right here that we have between the 07 and 09 level, the spikes into that, I may actually be tempted to take it in my own trade here as well for a sell. So, like I say, it is Wednesday. Wednesday is, market reversals. And, we have beaten, absolutely penetrated Asia low. And look at this, ladies and gents, right? Remember, this 4-hour resistance level I drawn this morning. When you go on a half an hour chart, where did this end up? Look, almost perfectly on that line. Now you see why sometimes the bodies of candles, why do they close and go to certain places? It's because, like everyone looks at the price points. Oh, there we go. Just had a signal coming in. Let's have a look. Now I'm waiting. Hello, it's me. I'm under the water. Man, I don't know. I just say some random shit sometimes. Radic, what's going on, brother? Hope you're well. Like I say, make sure, ladies and gents, you are plugging in to YouTube and Kick. Okay, we're not showing trading anymore on TikTok because TikTok are being haters and they keep restricting me and banning me for bullshit reasons. So yeah, make sure, ladies and gents, that you are plugging in. Another trade. The whole charts, everything I'm doing, you can see on my YouTube and my link. Make sure you hit the link in the bio, bro. Yeah, and then get on there to my Telegram. And in my Telegram, you can see there is 2 links. One's to Kick, one's to YouTube. So whatever you prefer, jump on that, my bro, and then I'll see you there. So yeah, simple as that. So we're in right now. So we took a sell position, short position at best entry 02. Okay, bosh, biddy boom. Then we have stop losses 09.17, which is pretty much on the beginning of that fair value gap I was just talking about. So we know if it's going to go around there, I'm going to say F it. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to re-enter the market a bit higher up. And then again, like looking at the market, right? We know that the market likes to claim 50% of wicks, especially on impulsive movements, right? So I know that if this retraces back down, this whole wick, we may come down to the 50% of that, right? Which 50% is around the 91 level, right? So know that if the market does reverse, goes back down, we're going to likely see this market hit the 50% of this wick, okay, which is 91 level, which will give us around, how many pips is that? 99 pips, basically 100 pips, right? So I'm going to put my worst trade at that level, right? My worst trade at that 92 level, basically. Okay, that's my TP1 for me. Again, you can copy the group as well. Anyone that's in the group, you can see clearly, ladies and gents, obviously that you can see, the TPs, you can see the SL, you can see everything, right? Inside of the VIP group. But I'm just doing my own ones. Because again, I like to do my own things as well. You get the point. But second trade, obviously we're going to get higher. We are going to, of course, put up a little bit more. Second trade, we're actually going to be bottom of that candle. Bottom of the wick. So right, the 87 level, which will give us about 150 pips as well, right? So we just hold these out, see what happens. Again, I'm watching the market very closely. If we get a spike up, I'm going to take another trade. Okay. If it's going to give us a spike down and go into profit, I'm just going to manage the trade accordingly. That's literally, very simple. And that's the thing. If you premeditate on what you do in the market, when it happens, you just do it, right? You just do it without thinking or hesitation. And make sure, ladies and gents, as well, if you're on YouTube and Kick, make sure to somehow follow me, give me a like, subscribe, all the good above. because like we said, we're back on here, so I don't want anyone to miss out on when we're live and when we're doing our thing here. Okay. So right now we've got 4 people watching on YouTube. I don't actually know. Kick doesn't really say right now how much. Chat is paused for scrolling. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm still learning. I'm brand new to this stuff. But yeah, let's see what happens. We're at 4,800 right now. You know, Bulls and Bears are gonna fight because it's a very, very even number, a round number, should I say, of gold. So a lot of people now will be rebuying at 4,800, trying to get that spike up. A lot of people now will be selling at 4,800. So, you know, it's gonna be a bit of consolidation involved here. So we've got to see what happens. And again, if it spikes up, there is an order block on a 5-minute right there, I can see. Okay, so see this as well, ladies and gents. Right, this little here, this is an order block. Okay, so we know that if it does go up, it might retrace back to an 04 level. So I'm ready to take a trade there as well. Right now, so far we're in profit. So let's have a look. Gonna let it run. Gonna see. Market's going down, 97. Bash, boom, boom. Gonna take out the first trade. TB1's just hit, ladies and gents. Didn't have a chance actually. The market was so quick, I didn't have a chance to move the trade out. This is the market. I love the way it moves, to be fair, because it moved really nicely out of position, but it's very volatile, very aggressive. That's it, Bash. Right, took out the first trade. Took it out a little bit earlier than the actual target that we had, but our other trade is the bottom of the wick. Okay. So now, as it's moved to TB2, ladies and gents, TB2's just hit. We are going to reduce now from 60 pips to 30 pips of a trade. All right. So now my SL is 05.9. Okay, 05.9. So, this is a very good risk to reward now. But you see now how I changed my risk to reward as soon as the market. So I move with the market and adjust my risk and my TPs with the market rather than against it. Okay? Because now, again, we're dropping into that 95 level. TP3 is just hit, ladies and gents, on the group. My TP is 87.04, right, for this trade. So I only managed to get 2 trades in instead of 3, which is no big deal really. It's still good, but I'm just gonna watch the market, see what it does. But yeah, do you know what? Let's do a test. Let's keep patient. Let me put we are about 70 pips up in profit right now with this trade, right? I'm just gonna let it run. So I'm gonna put this at 04.88. So we'll try to reduce as much risk here as possible without, rushing to get this trade to break even. 04.88, and let's just let it run. Let's just see what it does, right? Let's just see what it does. So I'm going to go on a 15-minute chart here. We'll see how far this market can actually go to. Okay, so we're rebalancing a 15-minute chart. The 96 got a pretty solid ass resistance level, right? Hence why we're bouncing away from that now. But where my TP is at, I think it's pretty decent. So we're gonna hold it. That's 155 pips, ladies and gents. The bottom of this candle, right? So our TP is 87. So we're gonna wait. Obviously, my entry better trade 82.6. So yeah, we'll just wait. So now we're just gonna wait now for the trade to do what the trade needs to do. Okay, I've reduced my risk. As soon as it goes down to about 92, I'm going to totally reduce my risk and just wait. Just wait. We're going to see if we can, actually be patient enough, because this will probably be the last trade I do. Let me know in the comment section, ladies and gents, who took the trade, who actually took the trade with us. Again, we are running right now in about 90 pips in profit from our best entry. So we're doing pretty well here. And again, ladies and gents, it's just, you know, again, the common sense of, you know, just doing everything correctly. I seem to profit. Every time I kind of change my decision and I'll say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do it like that, I end up not winning. So, you know, what's the point of changing things if we're, you know, winning, right? So, at the moment, and I think what I discovered with myself is I actually got a bit of FOMO because I saw how much profit I could have had if I held out some of the trades, you know. So yeah. Joe, you just said just modified my SL and closed it. Never mind, still profit on it, bro. I've done that, man. And yeah, you're in profit. That's the main thing. You didn't lose out. The worst, if imagine you're on drawdown and you put the wrong SL in and you do that, and you take yourself out, and then the trade still runs in your direction. That's a shit situation. That's what hurts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm looking at this market and I'm thinking, right, okay, I can kind of see where this is going now. So now I'm thinking, right, do I just take out the trade, take out what's on the table, or wait? You know what? That's what I struggle with personally. When I'm in the profit, I have 5 different decisions come all at once. They come in and they're like, right, what's going to happen now? What are you going to do? Are you going to exit? Are you going to close? Are you going to change your SL? Are you going to change your TP? Like, I have all of these things, man. Like, it's crazy shit, man. Yes, I am going to the Leeds event, bro. Yeah, so if you're going there, man, I'll see you there, bro. Okay, market is shifting downwards. Beautiful. Keep going down. Come on. 87.04 is my TP on this trade. So I've got my finger ready. The trade is loaded. So right now, as soon as I see this trade move anywhere near that TP, I'm taking it out. There we go. Dropping nicely for us. Come on. But yeah, obviously, I'm just, you know, trying to be funny. I mean, I'm actually just so, like, chilled. Just let the trade do what the trade needs to do, you know. The first event, nice. Yeah, it is nerve-wracking, but it's only you're only nervous because you don't know what to expect. You know, you don't know. I mean, the events are great, bro. So obviously my business partner's doing them. He's the one organising it. You know, Bradley, he's the one organising it all. And yeah, it'll be a great event, man. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it, bro. But the events are great as well because you never come out the same person at them events, do you know what I mean? Because you see a lot of individuals who have similar lives to you, and you look at them and think, hang on a minute, like, you know, you've done it like this, and then you're like, shit, that's pretty decent, you know, like, so yeah, it is really good to have events and see everything in real life, and, you know, it's really good, man. Can't recommend it enough, especially for 50 quid a ticket, bro. Like, you know the knowledge you're gonna get for 50 quid, unreal. Yeah, we're just watching the market right now. It's just doing its thing. We're still jumping around the 94 mark. Let's go to the lower time frames as well, see what's going on down here. Again, obviously, what we want this trade is to come back down to, you know, there's a lot of money in this wick still. So we know sooner or later. That's why look, they came to like the quote unquote support level, you know. But yeah, we'll see what kind of happens here, really. Yeah, thank you for the likes, ladies and gents, as well. Appreciate that. So yeah, right now we're still bounce around the 95, 94 mark. Looking good. And all you individuals on TikTok right now, make sure you get yourself onto my YouTube live. You can see live and direct what we're doing here. Yeah, like it's looking good. It's looking good on YouTube. I like it now. It's a bit of a different format, innit? So it's better. It's better. Come on, trade. That's just big pump to the downside for us. Oh, look at that. You're listening to me. Lovely. So right now, we're literally 50 pips away from TP, ladies and gents. 50 pips. Come on, gold. Come on. Get it down, yeah. Get up, son. As soon as we hit about 88, 89, I'm exiting out of the market. Simple as that. You know, because I'm happy with the profit. Decent amount. I mean, I can't complain, man. I'm just staring at it. Come on, gold. Come on. I'm literally just staring down right now. I'm like, right, I'm literally making eye contact with it. Let me just hold it here. 93. No, that's not what... You're going the wrong way, gold. You're going the wrong way, man. But anyway, it's obviously... It has gone down to 90, which is fair enough. Bit of a retracement right there. Let's see if we can get... You know, that 86... mark. TP is actually 87.04. So yeah, we're gonna see if we're able to go on, get up. Do you know what? Very rarely do I even let my trades actually go to my TP. Very rarely do I do that. Don't know why. I never trust it, because there's been more times than not me just pretty much, you know, trading and then leaving my TP open, or no, TP at a certain price point, and then yeah, it's funny how it goes, bro. Word whisper. Go to my link in the bio, yeah. Click on YouTube or Kick, because we don't show the graph anymore on TikTok, because TikTok keep restricting me, banning me. So yeah, we don't show the juice anymore. But on Kick and on YouTube, I'm allowed to show it. So make sure you're there, bro. Or girl. Could be word whisperer. Could be a girl, I suppose. My bad if got the gender wrong. But yeah, we're still holding this trade out, ladies and gents. So far, we are up about 100, almost 115. Currently 98 pips in profit right now. So we're just waiting right now for this. Make sure as well, ladies and gents, you like and subscribe on Kick and on YouTube. Make sure you give us a nice follow. So this market now is starting to reverse. Just a little tad. Just a little bit. The thing is right now, now I'm thinking, okay, right, like, did we exit? Did we stay in? We had a rejection. And look, we actually did, what did I say, ladies and gents? We went to 50% of this week, and then we rejected off that. Do you know what? F it. I'm happy with the profit. It's good profit. I'm out. Done. Done and dusted, ladies and gents. Look at that. In and out, ladies and gents. I don't know why. It's probably going to go to TP 1000 now to the downside. But, yeah, I just don't like to stay in trades for too long. I'll be honest. I'm happy with what I took. Made decent profit today already. I mean, we are up. Yeah, decent, man. Not bad. Not bad. So now if I go to the pip count for today. See how many pips we caught in total. Let me get a calculator. On each trade, I'm just going to see how many pips we caught, okay? So 02 to 94. So we took out 80 pips plus 50 pips plus 90 pips. Plus 50. I'm starving, ladies and gents. I was in a sell. Louis. But yeah, bro, make sure you click the link in the bio on my TikTok. Open in browser. When you go to my Telegram, in there will be a link to my YouTube and a link to my Kick. So make sure you're on there, boys, and girls, because you miss out a lot of the juice. Because we've done 3 trades so far live. We've done 1 break even and 2 wins. Now I'm just counting up how many pips I've caught today. So my last one was 50. This is 40 pips. And then another 40 pips. And then takeaway, because we done obviously our break even point basically. Actually, yeah, that was break even, wasn't it? So that trade should take away 40 and 10. So yeah, 40, take away 45 pips. So far, we're up 305 pips. Not bad. I'm trading 3 accounts today, ladies and gents. So times that by 3, that's 915 pips. 915 pips we've done across all 3 accounts, ladies and gents. So yeah, sick. I love it. So it's 11:30 now. Today there's no major news or nothing like that. So obviously, you know, the market is basically relying. Oh, let me just stretch. Relying more on news feeds, outlets like X, obviously Twitter, and stuff like that. So, you know, it's good to like follow Trump as well, because if he tweets sometimes, it's very negative for other economies or very good for his economy. Gold, there's also like does a lot of jumps up and down, right? But I'm really happy with what I've done today. I'm happy with my profits, ladies and gents. I don't need to really trade anymore for today. That's me done. But make sure, ladies and gents, there's a link in the bio in my YouTube as well to get in the VIP group, which is my personal Telegram. And if you're looking to be taking the same trades I take live on the stream, when I'm off the stream, you can still continue trading, of course. So make sure that you're inside of the group and you just put join free and off you go. Simple as that. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get pissed off because this trade is probably going to go to TP 1000 now for us. I'm happy that I took out what I did because, like I say, it was good profit for me. So I don't need to force anything more. So yeah, ladies and gents, I'm going to sign off TikTok now. So all my TikTok viewers, au revoir. God bless to everyone. End it right there. Bosh. Ended the stream now on TikTok. And now we're going to do the same on the streams on our platforms here that we have. So ladies and gents, thank you very much for tuning in today. We're back tomorrow again, same time to stream. Yeah, we love it. Take care. God bless everyone. And au revoir.